Well, anybody getting up this early on Saturday for some Formula One deserves a reward, and that's exactly what you got with 3 incredible sessions for qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. Those are the 3 fastest men at the front. I'm with Bruno Senna, and Bruno, you can gang up on Red Bull, but you still can't beat them. 2 McLarens versus a Red Bull, and the Red Bull wins out.
Maybe on the start tomorrow they can try and do something about it, but yeah, in terms of raw pace, the Red Bull of Sebastian is really strong, and it's the car to beat.
Indeed it is, and at the moment, nobody can do that. Let's quickly hear from the team principal of Red Bull, Christian Horner.
Well, Christian, congratulations on a hat-trick of poles for the season. Just answer us something quickly. Why was Seb sat in the car for so long?
I was just waiting for the FIA to say it's okay to get out, basically. So I think they took him by surprise by coming in effectively a lap early. So they're just waiting for the thumbs up from the FIA.
Well, he came in a lap early because he'd already done the job, hadn't he? Another great performance.
Yeah, an excellent performance from him today. I mean, a really fantastic first lap. We weren't sure what Lewis's pace was going to be, so that's why we ran again. And in the end, it turned out that he didn't need to, so we aborted the lap and saved the tyres for tomorrow.
Okay. And we spoke to you before the session, and just expand on the problems Mark had today.
Yeah, it's been a rotten day for Mark today. He had an electrical issue this morning, and then a massive effort by the entire crew, including the mechanics of Sebastian's car, to get the car ready for quali. His first run wasn't great, so then we went to run again on the prime, and unfortunately those tyres weren't quite up to temperature for his optimum first lap, and he missed out. So it's just one of those things, but disappointing for Mark and for the team that we haven't got both the guys up there where we want them to be.
Why didn't you send him out on the soft tyre for the final run?
Because we thought that there would be enough performance there to do it on the prime. Everything that we've seen previously suggested that, and from this morning, that you should be able to do it on the first lap on the prime, that we shouldn't need to have run the option. Obviously, it's very easy with 2020 vision on hindsight to say that was a mistake and we should have gone on the option.
Was that the team's call, or did Mark say I'd like to go on the soft?
No, it was a team's call because it looked like another set of primes should be more than enough. The pace that we saw in the car this morning, even with Mark's short amount of running, it should have been enough to comfortably make it through. So, but with the tyres not being up to temperature, it's obviously compromised him. So, yeah, he's just had rotten luck this weekend, and I'm sure he can race very well from there.
Okay, thanks very much.
So Sebastian Vettel sets the fastest ever lap around this circuit, the best part of a second ahead of his nearest challenger, Jenson Button. But there is reason to believe that Lewis Hamilton has got a good chance in the Grand Prix tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think the fact that he didn't use the last set of soft tires will give him an advantage on the first few laps of his tires. These tires are suffering a lot with tire degradation, no matter who you are. And the race strategy is playing a big part here. You can see how much the tires are wearing out by the amount of marbles that are left on the track. And that's going to be the story of the race tomorrow.
OK, well, you can now head back to Renault and thank them for making that such an exciting session. And listen, it's been fun. You're obviously a good luck charm. You can come back any time.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I had a good time.
OK, good luck for the rest of the season in the team.
Cheers.
Bruno, thank you very much indeed. And let's now hear from the guys at the very front today. Here's the driver's press conference.
What a surprise to see you here, Sebastian. Another race, another pole. That's 4 in a row now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we did it again, but I try to keep reminding myself and the team as well that every single time it's tough. I think today wasn't as straightforward as we probably planned, especially in Q2. I didn't feel 100% comfortable. I had a bit of a mistake in the run I had in Q2. But yeah, I mean, I was confident, and then in Q3, obviously, we were able to improve by quite a lot. But yeah, as I say, step by step, and it all starts from zero again. Obviously, today we did a good job one more time, but all that is 8 meters tomorrow. So, obviously, we're looking to score some points tomorrow, and it will be a long race. I think we can be as happy as we can be with the car, with everything, around us. We had very good long runs on Friday, so I think we have reason to feel good, but obviously it's also a threat to feel too good. So I think obviously I pay attention that doesn't happen, and tomorrow is a new day, and whatever happened today, then it's not really of much of an importance, except that we get a very good spot on the grid.
Jensen, congratulations on your front row start. At any stage, did you think it could be pole today, or realistically, were you and McLaren just chasing the Red Bulls?
I mean, in the heat of the moment, I think you always hope that it's possible. But yeah, I mean, the pace in Q3 was phenomenal of Sebastian and the Red Bull. But Q2, yeah, it looked like it was possible, and that's why I chose to run with 2 tyres in Q3 to give it a go and see if we can. And then I saw Seb's tyre, and I was like, okay, we're maybe going to have to fight for second place. But it's nice for me. This is my best grid slot of the year. You know, from where we were on Friday, I don't think either of us were really that happy with the balance. I think we've improved the car a lot, and you know, we should be happy with what we've achieved today. I think the team did a great job of really turning the car around over the last 2 days, and yeah, big thanks to them. Also had a little surprise. You know, my girlfriend rocked up before qualifying, which is maybe that little helping hand.
Maybe your girlfriend will turn up tomorrow, Lewis, to give you a helping hand. Third on the grid for yourself. You only went out for 1 run in Q3. Was that looking back to Malaysia as a result of what happened there, where you flat spotted one of your tyres, or what was the reasoning behind it?
The reason behind it was clearly in the last race showed how important it is to have fresh tyres during the race, and obviously we'd have a used option, and normally a used option, and if you do a 3-stop, another used option. In the last race I only had 2 options that I could use, and then I had a new prime and an old prime, and so I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of fresh tyres. So we're in quite a strong position. I've got obviously the primes I just qualified on, the options I just qualified on, a new set of options and a new set of primes, and a very decent set of options again. So just try to increase the chances for the race, because that's where it actually counts.
Indeed, it does count when we get to Sunday, and this is how the drivers will line up. Sebastian Vettel and Jenson Button on the front row. Just behind them, Lewis Hamilton, alongside a great lap from Nico Rosberg. Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa split by just 0.02 of a second. Just behind them, Jaime Alguersuari and Paul di Resta, his best ever qualifying in Formula One. Then Sebastian Buemi alongside Vitaly Petrov. Disappointing session in the end for Petrov. He didn't get out in the final part of qualifying. Sutil and Sergio Perez in 11th and 12th position, just in front of the man who's won 7 world titles, Michael Schumacher. He starts 14th on the grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix, alongside his former teammate Rubens Barrichello in 15th, and Nick Heidfeld, who is compromised by his teammate, who starts 16th. Look at that. Mark Webber in the Red Bull, alongside the rookie Pastor Maldonado, 18th on the grid for him. And as we get towards the back, it's the 2 Lotuses of Trulli and Heikki Kovalainen, 19th and 20th respectively. And then the 2 Virgins, and bringing up the very back of the grid, the 2 Hispania drivers, Karthikeyan and Vittorio Liuzzi. Well, we'll get David Coulthard's thoughts in just a second. He's hot-footed it down from the commentary box. But first, let's hear from Paul di Resta. What a great qualifying session for him, 8th on the grid.
Well, first of all, Paul, I've got to say happy birthday to you. That's a nice little gift you've given yourself. A pretty strong qualifying. You seem unflappable out there.
Definitely. Couldn't have wished for any more today. I think that was satisfied after yesterday, especially losing the whole of free practice 2. Going into this morning was going to be difficult, but we brought a small upgrade here, and it certainly improved the performance, and we've went forward. So luckily enough, our race pace seems to be not too bad, so fingers crossed tomorrow we can certainly pick up some points again, as we previously had in the first 2 Grand Prix.
DC was just saying you seem so calm during these qualifying sessions. I know it's a very similar system as it is in DTM. Has that given you a bit of a help coming into this, because there's so much pressure on you guys out there?
There is, and it's not an easy challenge going into qualifying. But you know, as I said, the nice thing was I did my quickest lap in the second run in Q1. Just struggled a little bit with balance in the others, but you have to pull it out, and it has to be important. And thankfully, that the last lap there was a small mistake, but nothing that we can be too disappointed about. Certainly going into the Grand Prix starting 8th tomorrow.
And you are starting 8th tomorrow. Will you approach this race start any differently to you have done before? Obviously, you're much further up the grid. Does that alter anything?
Not other than you're a bit closer to the front, and it's where you want to be. But certainly I think you've got to go in with the same attitude and the same momentum. The nice thing is we have a good set of tyres as well that we've saved, and hopefully tomorrow we can certainly take off where we left off in Malaysia.
Wise words, even though you're just 1 day older. Thank you.
That's it.
easy, man.
Too easy.
And Sebastian Vettel, I'm sure, agrees with Lewis Hamilton with a big smile on his face. That's exactly what it was, but it doesn't mean it wasn't a really special lap from him.
He's extracted an amazing amount from that car, but that's, I think, the equivalent of a racing driver compliment. Too easy.
That's about as friendly as it gets, isn't it, in the Formula One pit lane?
Yeah, there's a great deal of respect from all of those guys. They're all world champions, so they've had the same hurdles, same pressures to deal with.
There you go, 3 world champions all together, all at the front, all shaping up very nicely indeed for the Chinese Grand Prix. Now, if you're only just getting out of bed and you're wondering what all the excitement is about, it's been an incredible qualifying today, and you can see it all on the rerun, 1 o'clock today, BBC One and BBC One HD. There's also the World Snooker Championship starting today, 10 a.m. on the red button and 2:30 this afternoon on BBC One. And it was more of a sprint than a marathon today, but the marathon is coming your way tomorrow. David Coulthard, thank you very much indeed. So Red Bull didn't have it all their own way today, did they? But right now, you can. Go back to bed as a reward for getting up so early. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Some people been driving too fast. Some people still having a gas. But if there's one thing you gotta concede, you got to know who's driving your car. You get to 6th gear with your foot on the floor, 'cause you're starting in a cruise too far.
Amazing lap from Vettel. Sebastian Vettel, yet again, starts from pole position